Hi, welcome to my channel, Authentically Amber. I'm Amber. Glad you have joined me today for my Weight Watchers Wednesday weigh-in. So today I am happy to report another loss. I'd like to say that it was a greater loss, but it is a loss nonetheless, and I will take it. I lost 0.2 pounds. It was a little disappointing, I have to be honest. But I will take a loss any day over just maintaining or gain, obviously. But, I have to remind myself progress, not perfection, and be kind to myself. What would you tell a friend in that situation? Weight Watchers always reminds us, right? To have positive self-talk. And so what I would tell a friend is, you know what, Amber? There are 16 ounces in a pound. And in order to lose 16 ounces, 2 ounces you must first lose, right? So I'm headed in the right direction. So I'll take it. It's okay. However, I do, moving forward to the next week, I always have goals for myself, on this journey. So before I go into this coming week's goals, let's talk about where I have come from. So I'm now 7 months into the Weight Watchers program. I joined December 26th, 2018 at 248 pounds, the highest I have ever been in my entire life, having gained 50 pounds subsequent to 3 surgeries and cancer. So on top of, I already needed to lose about 50 pounds. So here I was at 248 in December. I am now at 203. So here we are in July 17th, and I have 58 pounds to go. I have lost 45 pounds to date and 58 to go. So I'm almost to the halfway mark, you guys. This is exciting. What have I done this past week that I would change? I honestly don't know. I think probably my loss was not greater because of some back pain again, and probably not as much physical movement going on. So this week I hope to change that. So my goal for this coming week, the next 7 days moving forward, is, it's hot here in Florida, right, guys? But toward evening, after the sun has gone down, because it's so blessed hot out there, toward evening, I am going to go for a walk, minimum of 3 days. I would say I'm going to go for a walk every day this coming week, 7 days. But there goes that all or nothing line of thinking, and that can sabotage us. So let's just start with 3 days. 3 days sounds manageable. 1, 2, 3, I can do that. So 3 days over the next 7, I plan to take an evening walk. In the past, I would kind of wait until my husband comes home and kind of rely on his schedule. But I'm going to have to adopt the mindset of come rain or shine. It's on my schedule, on my books, and I just need to do it, whether he comes with me or not. If he comes with me, it's great because it's always nice to have a walking buddy. But nonetheless, this is my journey. I need to do this for myself. So more movement, which kind of segues me to a little frustration that I'm experiencing right now. If you've watched some of my other videos, my recovery's been a little bumpy, with a lot of lower back pain and some nerve damage, etc. So there's a lot of exercises that I cannot do, at least right now, at this juncture in my recovery. And a lot of times that kind of frustrates me because, well, number one, I know my weight loss would be more speedy if I could exercise. But another thing, I just, in my mind, I want to do all these things. I want to go for lengthy walks. I want to be able to use my treadmill without it killing my back. I want to do all these things. But, it's like I always try to remind myself, be patient with the process. So it's challenging, but it's just something that I have to work out in this brain of mine to be patient, do what you can. And one major thing I can control is the food I put in my mouth. So I have been diligent to track. And one thing that I have changed or just been more mindful of over the last week is to increase my protein at lunchtime, and that will limit or greatly reduce afternoon snacking, because it's that time period between lunch and preparing dinner that I often get hungry. So that's not to say I can't have anything to eat, but if increasing protein does give you that feeling of fullness longer, and so it just kind of sets yourself up for a little more success there. So that's something that I'm working on. My journey is going to look completely different from someone else's journey, and that's another thing that I am learning, because sometimes I go on the Weight Watchers Connect app, and I see all these people working out and going to the gym and doing all these things, and then that part of my brain starts messing with me, and it's like, oh, I can't do that. I wish I could do that. But you know what? Comparison is the thief of joy. So my journey is my journey. Your journey is yours. And just as we are all unique, our journey is unique. So there has to be a measure of acceptance with that. And, my recovery is ongoing. So I have to just kind of take it day by day, which is easier said than done. But, we will do the best that we can moving forward. So I have a few things that I want to mention besides weight loss and the journey. Today, the weekly is about building body confidence. And I was online on the Weight Watchers app last night reading this article, because I love to read, just to educate myself and better arm myself for the journey. And I like what this is saying. I tell you what, if you're not attending the studio meetings, at least avail yourself to the Weight Watcher articles, because they post everything online here. But it's talking about visualize the part of your body that you're thinking of when you think of, what's my problem area, or what area do I wish was better, and what area of your body are you kind of hard on? For me, it's always been my stomach. But then it's also saying, think about how you use this body part, and basically retrain your brain. It says, as best as you can, create an affirmation about how that body part helps you, such as your arms. My arms let me lift my child, swing a tennis racket, hug a friend. So basically, instead of focusing on, oh, my stomach is so big, I have stretch marks, I have, skin that's sagging, whatever it is. If it's your arms, most women probably have a number of areas, but think of that problem area. And like I said, for me, my stomach, and instead turn to, well, how does that body part help me to function? And for me, I can turn that negative around and say, you know what? Yes, I have stretch marks. Yes, I have skin that is not like when I was 16. But I have 3 beautiful children who are a great blessing to me, and I couldn't imagine my life without them. So, instead of focusing on the negativity, it's all up here, right? So every bit of our journey, I was getting ready to say so much of our journey, but honestly, I would say 99.9 of our journey is up here. So if we focus on getting our mindfulness, what we tell ourselves, our thoughts, if we focus on getting that right, the rest is just details, guys. I am learning that. And along those lines, so that was our meeting today, and I thought that was a great point, something to really retrain your mind, because sometimes our mind can get in these ruts, and that is the way we think, and we can't get out of that rut. And a lot of the time that those negative thoughts, they're very detrimental to us. So if we want to move forward in a positive vein, we have to retrain what we're thinking. And it's not mind over matter. It's a matter of just retraining yourself. Instead of seeing the negative, let's see how we can make that a positive. So one thing that I have done is I have established a thankfulness journal. This is nothing fancy. This is a spiral notebook. And, on days that you may be having a hard time for whatever reason, just get out your thankfulness notebook. And I just write like 1 or 2 words or sometimes a whole line, but I am up to like number 128. I've been doing this a couple of months now. And usually I don't write in it every day. I try, but some days are busier than others. But I try to write at least 3 things, what I'm thankful for. And they could be seemingly trivial things. But honestly, life is in the small stuff. So it could be small things. It could be big things, just retraining yourself to be grateful. Thankfulness and gratitude is a great antidote for just not being satisfied, so I encourage you to, think about establishing a thankfulness journal. Even if you're not a writer, just 1 or 2 words, it can shift your mindset. So there's that. Another thing Weight Watchers has done is they had an 8-week summer challenge. If you go to the meetings, you probably have seen this. So every time I go, they initial it. And if you attend 6 of the 8 weeks, then you get a charm. And so last week, I got this, and it's just a little summer challenge, little charm. And, if you're a part of Weight Watchers, you're probably familiar with at different milestones, say, I think it's 5, 10, and so on. They don't do it for every 5 and 10 pounds, which I thought they did initially, but anyway, they give you a little charm you can put on your key ring, whatever. But it's kind of nice because, you get that satisfaction. They recognize you during the studio class and everybody claps, and it's just very affirming, very rewarding. So the next one that I am working towards, next charm, is 50 pounds. So I am almost there. So it won't be long now. So another thing I wanted to mention is, I know I've mentioned this in another video, about how sometimes I feel cold at night. And I was really curious as to why, but I finally, got my answer. So I was reading an article online about weight loss, and it was talking about a shift in the metabolic rate and how that this is the byproduct of that. And so basically your body is not taking in sufficient calories to keep your body warm, and so you may feel more cold during weight loss. And this may be more significant the greater your loss is. But also when you're losing weight, you are doing away with your fat cells, fat layers, so that is a component also. So I guess I have a lot of curiosity, but I mean, when these symptoms are happening to you, you want to know why, right? So I thought that was interesting. I've never heard of that. Of course, I have never, ever in my life been on a significant weight loss journey like this. In total, at the end of my journey, I will have lost 103 pounds. I honestly don't think I know anyone personally who has lost 100 pounds. It's not something that everybody does. It's maybe not everybody has 100 pounds that they need to lose. Although I was reading a statistic online last night about, I believe it's 99 million Americans are obese. And 1 out of every 6 children are obese. So the rates are alarming. And, you walk into the grocery stores and it is no wonder. I go in this aisle. Oh, nope, that food is not for me. Nope, that's not for me. Basically, the produce and the meat. That's for me. And the fruit, of course, being with produce. But those are my aisles. But the rest are like fillers and junk. But I'm so thankful to be on this journey. Like I said, so much of it is mental. We have to daily surround ourselves with positive influences that reinforce our goals, because there's so many ways we can become derailed, so many ways. So it does require a lot of determination. So I started out this journey with an awful lot of determination. I still am very determined. Of course, with every loss, it just reaffirms my goals and makes me excited all over again. Clothes are fitting better. Some of the clothes that I have bought recently from Goodwill didn't quite fit. And some of them I still need to lose a few more pounds to fit into, but that's okay because I'll get there. But I am just thankful that, I am making progress towards better health and better wellness. So learning a lot, when you're on a significant weight loss journey, it changes you, because obviously if nothing up here changes, nothing physically is going to change, right? Same input, same output. No, it is transformational, physically, mentally, emotionally, in every way. It is transformational. In some ways, just as someone telling you that you have a rare aggressive cancer, like was in my case after my hysterectomy, I will never be the same. Never be the same. Waiting for months to find out if the cancer had spread until I had my next surgery, that was a harrowing couple of months. I didn't know if I would be saying goodbye to my family prematurely, very prematurely, or what the outcome was going to be, because the type of cancer that I had did not have a good prognosis at all. It does not respond to chemo. There are no tests, there are no blood tests. And so I didn't know what my future would hold. But I mentioned that because in some ways, life after cancer leaves you changed, obviously. You have a different perspective. You realize that, every day, no matter what it holds, it's a beautiful, beautiful gift from God, because so many people did not wake up this morning to experience that. So no matter the difficulties, I am alive, and I am grateful to God that they found the cancer in time, and that I'm doing well. I have my 6 months now. I go every 6 months. Initially, for 2 years, I went every 3 months for a follow-up. In a couple of weeks, I go every 6 months. So for my checkup. So that's coming up. But life after cancer changes you, right? So although weight loss is not to be compared with cancer, however, the correlation there is, after losing a significant amount of weight, it is also transformational, not equally, but it's also transformational. There is no way that I will be the same at 145 pounds than I was at 248 pounds. No way. Because I've gone through this kind of metamorphosis change, because it takes a lot of strength. It takes a lot of determination, internal fortitude, saying, no, I won't eat that. No, I don't care if everyone else in the house is having, chocolate chip cookies and cream ice cream, pastries, Mountain Dew, and Dr. Pepper, root beer, whatever. I'm surrounded by all this, you guys. I am, truly. I've got my husband, my father, my son. They eat all this contraband, you guys. But, I just tell myself, you know what? That is not going to get me to 145. That is not for me. It's just not. Because I was at a place at 248 pounds where if I didn't make some changes, I was opening myself up to heart problems. I was having heart symptoms, chest pain, and heart palpitations. And the cardiologist was like, if you don't change, this is not going to end well for you. You're not going to have a life. And so I was at a crossroads. But having said that, I was at the place where, you know what, there's no going back. We are going forward. And I'm at that same place now. My resolve has not diminished at all. I am just as determined 7 months later, just as determined to be healthy and stronger than ever before. So just wanted to encourage you with those thoughts today. And I hope if you guys are on a weight loss journey that you are finding success, that you are digging down deep within you, because it takes a lot of strength to, pull away, turn away from all of the junk out there and focus on your health. It takes a lot of internal fortitude, but it totally can be done. I always say Weight Watchers gives you every tool to succeed. The rest is up to you. The rest is up here. So if you have that resolve and you revisit your whys, why am I doing this? What are my goals? Sometimes you got to go back and just revisit, why am I doing this? But I also say that I am living proof that Weight Watchers works at any age, any stage, because as you may or may not know, I'm surgically menopausal, which means as a result of my surgery, I was thrust into instant presto menopause, which meant a myriad of symptoms, but hormonal imbalance being one of them, joint pain, etc. But menopause, yes, it is hard work to lose weight. Much harder than someone in their 20s or 30s, I guarantee you. But harder, but not impossible. So any age, any stage, Weight Watchers works. So I always say it boils down to the math. What goes in here comes out in your body. And it's math. You can't kind of trick yourself, fool yourself. You know what? I'm just going to have that cookie, that donut, and you know what? Maybe I won't gain weight. It doesn't work that way. Your body registers it, trust me. So it's all about being honest with yourself. That's something that I have definitely come to terms with. Tracking. Did I have a teaspoon or did I have a tablespoon? The math, it doesn't lie, guys. So be honest with yourself. Track. Realize your journey is different from anybody else's, and that's good. That's a good thing. Our uniqueness is, what makes each of us a special person. You wouldn't want your journey or your body to be identical to the person next to you. What fun is that? It's our diversity, our differences that make this world go around. I just wanted to encourage you today. Keep on keeping on. If you're on this journey, I am learning to just embrace every day. It's a beautiful day. So go out and enjoy this day. And I hope you guys have had some losses. Comment below and let me know how you're doing on your weight loss journey. And thanks for watching today, guys. God bless. Bye-bye. So I wanted to give you a quick look at a full length of my progress. So I am currently at 203 pounds. So this is me now. So this is all about the journey, documentation. So this is where I am now. but not where I'm staying. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day. God bless.